martyrs of the seedbed of the church. So out of persecution, the Chinese church is going to emerge much stronger than it ever has been. But I tell you this, I just cannot believe that they're doing that. It's so stupid. You know, they shouldn't do stupid things, and that's stupid because Christians are very fine members of society. When I was with Zhu when he was prime minister, I said, look, these people are going to support your government. They're good citizens. They work hard. They pay their taxes. They raise families, and they're the reason that the United States is prosperous. And I said, you know, you need to embrace them. And he took that to the Politburo and told them of our conversation because they began to realize that Christianity was a good thing for China. So anyhow, pray for those Chinese Christians that they're going through some difficult days, but the power of God is so powerful in that nation that there's no way the Communist Party can try to stamp it out. And if it does, the Communist Party in China will fall. It will fall and be destroyed. And this is something I think they don't want, but they're going to have to get it. Well, turning to the United States, we've had incredible deficits beyond anything that you could imagine. And if you look worldwide, we're talking about 75 or so trillion dollars of debt. The debt load in the world is unsustainable. And when that breaks, it's going to be very difficult all around the world. We can see a major collapse of economies all around. But right now, the stock market has merely just had a pause, which it always does. It fluctuates. The stock market goes up, and the stock market comes down. Then it goes up, and then it comes down. And over the last few years, the Dow and the American Stock Exchange and the American economy has gone up steadily. And it will continue because the economy, basic economy in America is very strong. But people are getting panicked, and my counsel would be, do not panic. It's all going to come back. It's just a question of how soon. And John Jessup has more on the market downward spiral in our CBN News Bureau in Washington. Here he is.
As stocks are dropping and Wall Street is nervous, some economists predict we might even see a recession in 2019. That has President Trump and others cautioning Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to press pause on raising interest rates. Gary Lane has the story.
On Monday, the Dow dropped more than 500 points, and for the month, it has dropped 7.5%. So far, that's the worst December on Wall Street since the Great Depression. Investors and economists are pessimistic about 2019.
The reality, if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen this week. From Wall Street to Main Street, the concept of recession is certainly coming back into conversations.
On the CBN News program Faith Nation, financial expert Dan Celia says, despite Wall Street's fears, the economy remains strong.
The economy now has tapped on the brakes a little bit, maybe slowed, just more in slowing of confidence, maybe a little bit of business investment that they had anticipated, businesses had anticipated spending that are maybe holding back a little bit. But all in all, the fundamentals of the economy are about as strong as we've seen in about 14 years.
Healthcare stocks dropped dramatically after a judge's decision striking down Obamacare. The ruling does not immediately affect the millions insured under the program, but it raises questions about their future and the impact on the healthcare industry. Also of concern, the future of the China trade dispute, a weakening world economy, and rising interest rates. This week, the Federal Reserve meets and may raise rates again. That means American consumers could end up paying more on their credit cards, auto loans, and mortgages. President Trump blasted the Fed, tweeting on Monday, "It is incredible that with a very strong dollar and virtually no inflation, the outside world blowing up around us, Paris is burning, and China way down, the Fed is even considering yet another interest rate hike. Take the victory." While a majority of Americans remain positive about the economy, a growing number are concerned for the country's future. These mixed reactions come as the federal government braces for a possible shutdown this Friday at midnight. So far, President Trump and congressional Democrats seem unwilling to budge over $5 billion in border wall funding. Gary Lane, CBN News.
Thanks, Gary. Congress has already approved funding for most agencies, meaning if a government shutdown happens, it will only apply to about 25% of the government, affecting departments like Homeland Security, the Justice Department, and Transportation, among others. About 420,000 workers considered essential for national security will stay on the job, but they wouldn't get paid. Another 380,000 government workers will be sent home if no deal is reached. While extreme weather continues to assault America's coasts, in the West, a series of storms is bringing